What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Snakes and Stats podcast.
I'm so excited.
It's good to be back. Sorry for the break. It's been a whole month.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
We missed you and each other.
It's true. We haven't seen each other. We needed, mom and dad needed a break, kids. But everything's good now.
Everything's okay though.
Therapy
Don't be
worked.
worried.
Shout out Robbie.
Hey, Rob.
Hate Robbie. Welcome to Snakes and Stats episode 45, baby.
Yes.
AC Green?
AC Green.
AC Green, I'll take that.
I don't know any 45s. I went straight to football and I still don't know any 45s.
Baseball?
Baseball 45, I don't know.
AC Green, baby. I met AC Green. He's super cool.
He's a nice guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I met him too.
Whatever. Okay.
Me first.
Thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. Make sure if you're watching this on YouTube to hit that subscribe button and leave us a big thumbs up or maybe a thumbs down. Or leave us
Just
a
this
comment too. Mainly this one.
Mainly this
We
one.
like that one. Yeah, let us know what other shoes we should talk about. We got a good lineup this week, and we will be continuing the Copper Drop tournament, even though the March Madness tournament is almost a month behind us now. But we're going to finish it, so stick around for that. Check us out on X, TikTok, which, you know, who knows how much longer there.
It's final
Time
now.
is dwindling.
Yeah.
Threads, and of course, our main jam,
Graham.
Instagram.
Graham.
Graham,
Not to be confused with Aubrey Graham.
shout out. Well, not really. I'm taking a stand here.
Team Kendrick,
That's
baby.
right. Team Tupac AI, baby.
That's
What's
right.
up? But I'm Julian, which means over here
And
on my
I'm
left.
EJ.
That's right. And we're back.
Thank
Back
you.
like we never left.
Thank you to the first time people watching as well. Welcome aboard. The sneaker world did not sleep. The sneaker world did not stop when we did.
Not even for me.
Look at the daddy.
My first
He's got
dunks.
some new stuff.
Hello? Dunks? You're mine.
A quick review, Statty Daddy. How do you feel about your first pair of dunks?
I love this pair. And I think you know that I wanted a dunk to kind of round out my basic Nike silhouettes.
Yep.
But I really didn't want a white-bodied pair. And even though these are light colored, I'm super happy with the color.
Yeah.
And the materials they're so soft.
Yeah.
Especially, I've worn them, I think only like 4 times now. But when I first opened them up, I was just like kind of rubbing them.
Yeah.
And
Because look at all the different materials.
so even the leather was so
Buttery.
soft. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything was super buttery to go with the waffle aesthetic. And they are very comfortable.
Yeah, now that you've kind of broken them in, how do you compare them to like the Termes and like your other shoes that you have?
I still think the Jordan 1s are maybe my most comfortable pair. Not the OG.
watermelon sundaes?
Yeah, the watermelon sundaes. The watermelon Sour Patch Kid Jordan 1s.
Yeah.
Those are probably my most comfortable. But even though I love my Terminators, they're, compared to everything else, not very comfortable.
Yeah.
So these are definitely a second, I would say. But these are nice. I like wearing these out and about. They're little, the watermelon joints are a little eye-popping.
Yeah, for sure.
These are a little more low-key, and they're good.
Almost a little nod to one of the first cool dunks too, the Reese Forbes that are all that color as well. So
Yes.
I'm a sucker for that shade of brown.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
This shade is super nice. It's almost Timberland.
Yeah. Also, would you rather prefer waffles or pancakes?
Waffles, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Way over
Yeah.
pancakes. I like my syrup to stay on my
And the
breakfast
crispiness of a
pastry.
waffle,
Yes.
right?
Super
Yeah.
crispy, yeah.
No.
Shout out Team Waffle.
Hey, if you like pancakes, I'm not hating on you out there.
I am. The NBA playoffs are in full effect, baby.
Big time.
And the Lakers, probably by this time, have been swept out of the playoffs again by the Nuggets.
Their plane ticket to Cancun is probably almost booked already.
Maybe they've booked a flight to Denver, but some of them will be booking a flight straight to Cancun, from
yeah.
Denver. So it's been one of those series. Just as two Lakers fans, it's been
It's been rough to watch. I saw one opinion that I kind of agree with is like, we had our time, beating them during
That's true.
the COVID time.
The mellow years.
The mellow years. They are it's their time right now. They look very hard to beat.
Yeah, they were my pick to win the championship, and after the Celtics lost at home against the Jimmy Butler-less Heat,
Yeah.
I definitely feel confident in that pick. Although those OKC Thunder, they look
Here they come.
like a different beast, man. They are on another level.
Hey, 20 episodes ago, we said watch out.
we
And
did.
They are
man.
here.
They are here, and it's crazy because this is just the beginning. Really, they
Yeah, they're
got a bright future.
they're super young. Their oldest guy is Gordon Hayward. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, they got him for like the veteran leadership, really, and his offense a little bit.
Yeah, he's had a rough go there, but I mean,
Yeah.
I still think that trade made sense.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
I had a question. I feel like Tyler Hero has been playing well, obviously in Jimmy's absence.
yes.
Do you feel that Damian Lillard would have been better on the Heat? Remember how they were pushing really hard
They
for him?
really thought, and he was pushing hard to go there.
Yeah.
That was his only preferred destination for a long time. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in Milwaukee. I just don't.
It's so odd.
I just don't get it. Like, I've been hearing stats all year that like Dame and Giannis don't run that many pick and rolls. They
Yeah.
only run like 7 together
Yeah.
on average or something. Which
He runs more with Brooke.
which also a good pick and roll partner. But I just feel like that Giannis Dame pick and roll would be devastating.
So you think they just haven't
But
figured the right way to do it?
I,
Or?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just a confidence thing or if it's like, even though it's Giannis's team, if it's one of those like Giannis being like, oh, you're Damian Lillard, like you're a Hall of Famer. I don't want to like make
Step on toes.
Yeah, exactly. So would he be better in Miami? I don't know, to be honest.
Because Hero would have went in that trade.
He
I
would.
think,
He was the.
with
He
Duncan
was the
maybe, huh?
piece. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the piece. I think Nikola Jovic was
Mm-hmm.
also a piece in that trade, and I think those were the big two, along with a bunch of picks and stuff.
Right.
I know at one point Portland said they wanted Bam. That was never going to happen.
No.
Maybe they would have went after Jaime Jaquez, who I don't know how the all rookie teams will shape out, but he's definitely on one of the two. I would say
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's
he
great.
should be on the first team, but
Yep.
there's been this has been a great rookie class. So
Yeah.
the Thompson twins, like there's going to be a lot of players that make that all rookie team that push out someone good like Jaime Jaquez. I don't think he would have been better in Miami.
No.
I think it would have been the same story.
problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the fit in Miami, I mean, it's almost overplayed at this point, but like heat culture, I don't really see that in Dame, even though he's a killer.
Yeah.
He's like a celebrity. He lives that lifestyle where I feel like part of the Heat culture is like you almost see yourself as like a blue collar star. Like I feel like that's how Jimmy has led himself, and same with Bam. Like they don't really.
Just grinding it out.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think it would have been any better for the Heat. Maybe would have done a little bit better because when Jimmy was injured or when Hero was injured, and they have Dame.
They'd have Dame, yeah.
Who he can carry just a mediocre team far. So I
Yeah.
think they would have been not the 8th seed. But I don't think I think they would have been where Milwaukee is now. Essentially, they would have been like a 40-win,
Yeah.
high seed. So
It's just so odd, that Milwaukee situation, dude.
I thought they were gonna set the league on fire.
Remember when he first got traded, we were like, oh, that combo is disgusting.
And that's something that I had been thinking to myself before. I'm like, I could see that being a fit because that's been one thing like Milwaukee's never had like a true ball handler.
Yeah.
Even though Drew has been really good, Chris Middleton's really good. They've never had like that kind of guy that can just pull up from 35 feet.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be a great fit. It just to me it makes sense. Like, what's the one thing Milwaukee didn't have? Like like a for sure bucket getter,
Exactly.
shooter kind of guy. Chris Middleton's a pretty decent shooter. Drew Holiday when he was there is a good shooter. Brooks pretty good shooter. But like to have a guy like Dame, it just seems like it should have been a perfect fit. I don't know if it was the coaching. I think it was unfortunate to let go of Bud over the offseason.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Especially getting Dame. I think having him, it would have been interesting. Maybe a better system.
Also, Bud, I kind of like Bud as a coach more than Doc Rivers.
I do. I definitely do.
You know,
I don't know how Doc keeps getting jobs like this, to be honest.
hey man, now he's in the new Clipper show. As Lawrence
Lawrence
Fishburne's playing
Fishburne is
him,
Doc
and the
Rivers.
lineup is all perfect. But the joke is right now that Dame can play how he can play because Giannis is out for the series.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be
It's like,
it's
okay.
gonna be Portland Dame.
It's
who can win
East
you
Coast Portland.
Yeah, he can win you a series that way. He's done it
Exactly.
before. He's probably not going to take you to the conference finals by himself, but if he can buy you enough time for Giannis to come back,
Yeah.
they have a way better chance. But I just don't see them getting past Boston in particular.
But yeah, Boston is the cream of the crop in the East for sure. Even though they lost to the Heat, I don't see them losing that series.
No, I don't see them losing that. I mean, honestly,
But
you just never know. 'Cause
playoff Jimmy,
if
he
Jimmy comes back,
back,
all bets are off, man. I mean, the Heat and Celtics hate each other, and Jimmy especially wants to beat them.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, I don't know if he can do it again. Jimmy willed that team to the finals last year.
twice really.
Yeah.
And we can't do that without giving credit to one of the best coaches, Eric
ever.
Spoelstra, the master of adjustments, dude.
Never won Coach of the Year.
I know.
Eric Spoelstra. Pretty crazy.
It's just a good segue to the Thunder coach getting.
Mark Dagnall, yeah.
Is that how you say it?
I think it's Dagnall.
I was like, Diagonal. Or I was
Yeah. Shout out Zach Lowe, who really
Who said it?
emphasizes.
Okay.
His wife is Croatian, and I think her maiden name was one of those names that
Kind of like similar?
you and I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
Like if I just looked at Luka Doncic, I'd probably be like Doncic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he really is big on like pronouncing people's names correctly. And so I listened to a podcast where he interviewed one of the OKC beat writers, and he's like, no, it's Dagnall. And so it burned in my brain. I
Also,
know.
he looks really young.
Young
Like
team.
one of those, young coach too.
Yes.
Yeah. And then clutch player of the year went to
Mr. Stephen Curry.
Chef Curry, and there was one more I think.
Yeah, most improved. Two more. Most improved went to Tyrese Maxey just this past week.
Yes.
And sixth man of the year went to Naz Reid.
Yes.
Who
All pretty good choices. I
well
think.
deserved. I still feel like Malik Monk maybe deserved
Yeah.
the sixth man award a little bit more. But Naz Reid
was
is
a beast, dude.
Naz Reid is just so good.
And he filled in. He filled in for Cat when he was gone.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
killed it with
Yes.
averaging a double.
He's
just a beast.
so good. He's like kind of ridiculous.
He's nasty. No, guys.
Reid.
Can you comment? Ha ha ha. please?
Haha, DJ's so funny. And I think that's it. The other two
Not
big
yet.
ones, Rookie of the Year,
Will be later, right?
that's a gimme.
Yeah, we all know who that is.
Brandon Miller.
Hood Shafino.
Jalen Hood-Schifino.
Hey, Brandon Miller is a beast, dude.
Brandon Miller is really
I
good.
like that guy.
But he is not Chet or Wemby. It was a two-horse
go-
race
yeah.
from the starting gun.
That's yeah, because Wemby kind of got hurt, or he struggled, got hurt, and then Chet took over, and then Wemby started going
Wemby
crazy
came back
again.
and went
Insane.
insane.
Yeah,
And then MVP still needs to be given out. That'll probably be the last one. They'll probably do.
you got. It's got to be Joker, man, right? Or-
Yeah, I would say
I would-
it's got to be Joker.
I think
I could see Shea, number one seed,
I could see it.
30 points a game.
I don't see it him getting past Luka or Joker though.
And then Defensive Player of the Year, that'll be the other big one. I'm a little surprised
That one is-
Anthony Davis didn't get nominated.
The fact that he's not in the top 3 kind of bothers me.
Yeah, who is it? It's Wemby, Gobert.
Gobert and who's the third?
Oh, Bam.
Bam. Yeah. That's right.
I think those are good guys, but I think AD maybe over Wemby, even though Wemby was crazy and had
Over Bam, I
like
think too.
crazy blocks. I think AD's defense was usually more impactful because the team was winning games.
I would even go as far to say that AD's defense kind of carried the Lakers throughout the season as more than LeBron's offense, or you know what I mean?
This may have been AD's best season ever, just because maybe not numbers wise, but his impact. He was really the main reason the Lakers even made it to the playoffs. Like his play on defense and on offense this year.
And health-wise.
Yeah, and playing in 72, 78?
76, I think. Or 70, yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, crazy. Like to finally prove everyone wrong. I hope he can keep it up because it's just when you see it when he's out there, it's just there's a difference. Like
It's a huge difference. The teams don't exploit the paint as much. You know, we don't get beat up on the boards as much.
yeah,
And when he's not there, they take like Sabonis when he played us without him, he destroyed us.
Sabonis always destroys us too. The Kings hate us too, understandably.
Yep. Embiid playing a little injured.
Playing with Bell's palsy, which is like, I don't know the exact details of it, but I know it's usually some kind of nerve issue with generally your face, and I think maybe some other extremities. And coming off of that knee injury, and playing a little dirty. I feel like he's kind of been like a dirty player throughout his career. I saw a stat that he had more throughout this last season. He had more flagrant fouls than Draymond Green did.
No way.
And he Joel Embiid only played like 35 games or something.
Yeah.
So that's a little scary. And he had that really just, what were you doing play where he's on the ground and he Mitchell Robinson jumps like over him or near him and he grabs his leg and pulls him down. And then Mitchell Robinson was out for the rest of the game with, I think, an ankle injury. So it's like, dude,
what are you doing?
You can't play like that. You're gonna hurt somebody. Sucks. It really sucks. But that series has been pretty fun.
Yeah.
Maybe the closest series, I think.
Out of all of them,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Because Minnesota looks like they're going to steamroll the Suns. OKC looks like they're going to steamroll the Pelicans. Clippers, Mavs has been fun. I do think the Mavs are going to win.
Eventually, yeah.
I would be surprised if they lost at home
Yeah.
in these upcoming two. And, I mean, that kind of gives them the stranglehold, the 3-1 lead.
Mavs kind of one of the teams playing the best basketball leading into the playoffs, too. So
And they didn't look good in that first game. They looked terrible. But
they
then
got killed.
Game 2, Luka came back to life. And even though the Clippers had Kawhi back,
He's also not really at 100%, I
I
think.
know, man. It's just every
Weird.
playoffs. He's
So
just
weird.
something happens. Right? It's kind of nuts.
Clip's gonna clip. man.
Clipper curse, baby.
They
Should
just
have
want
stayed in San Diego.
They just just want to get in their new arena already.
I mean, yeah, the one instead of 1, 2, 3 Cancun, it's 1, 2, 3
Inglewood.
Intuit Dome. Bucks Pacers. That actually could be kind of a toss up. I do think the Bucks will win. We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah,
but
Dame was able to get that one win, but then the Pacers got them back.
yeah.
So
And I think it's going to be tough to win in Indy. Indiana is such a good basketball town.
yes, and Giannis isn't playing the whole series, I believe.
No, I think he's been ruled out for the whole
Soreness or
series.
something
Yeah.
in the knee.
Well, he got hurt. He had a hamstring
Hammy,
strain.
that's what it was.
In the last game of the season, I think. So he's going to be out.
Worst timing,
for,
yeah.
I know.
Anthony Edwards looks amazing.
Anthony Edwards is a monster.
Stud.
And it's nice that Cat has, we talked about it before, but that he's accepted it. It's like you can tell, and it works in Minnesota. They've been fun to watch,
Yeah.
mainly because I don't like Phoenix, but
And defensively, they're great.
oh man, they're on another level. And Orlando, Cleveland could also be a toss-up, but I mean, Orlando won by almost 40 yesterday.
Nobody talking about Paolo Banchero either.
That dude is
he's
gonna
killing
be
it.
so good,
Shout
man.
out Paolo. Not our friend Pilo. Paolo Banchero.
We hate him. The basketball player, though, he's
I
pretty
hope
cool.
you hear this.
But that's the playoffs.
Yes.
Shall we move into some shoes?
We that's why we're here.
As you said at the top of the hour, the shoe game did not stop while we were away. So we've got some new releases and we got some releases we missed to cover ourselves. So I think we should get into shoes. Let's step into it.
Let's put our foot on the gas.
Hey, I really want you to put your soul into this one.
Was that comment laced?
Hey, watch your tongue.
Wait, that was good. Julian always asks me, what should we feature? And since we were gone for a little bit.
And he always says Yeezy slides every time.
I'm like, can we do the slides this time?
I always say no.
There was I mean, just like every week, there's so many things. I
Been
wanted
a lot
to,
of cool stuff.
Yes, we felt like we should have gone. We should have went a little more well-rounded here. You know, we got a couple running. We got like a PE type of release coming
It
out,
is releasing though, so that's
and they're
cool.
coming out. Yes,
They're
so,
going to be expensive when they hit resale.
Oh my God, can't even imagine. But yeah, we'll get to those. But we're very excited about these.
There's been a lot of good stuff. There was the Military Blue 4 shock drop while we were gone. They finished out the Ugly Duckling trio while we were gone.
Yes.
With the skunk or the veneer and the
veneer and the what's the other one that came out?
the purple one.
There's veneer. This is the one that I have.
Yeah.
And then
Can't remember the name of the purple one.
Yeah. Lots of a couple threes came out. Ones came out. There's also I was gonna ask if you wanted to do it, but there's a Hot Wheels Reebok collab.
Oh, I think I saw a bit of that. That was
for
cool.
kids only,
Yeah.
which is super dope.
That was cool. I saw, speaking of one of the collabs we talked about, I saw Wale wearing the Puma Scoot Cheetos.
The Cheetos.
They look good, and he was just wearing them with like jeans. I was like, those look good. They just look good on foot.
That's a question I wanted to ask you later, which is the resurgence kind of basketball shoes in the fashion world. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get there. Let's get into some new releases.
Yeah.
The first pair we have just came out this last week on April 25th, and they are completely sold out because pretty much anything this man does right now sells out in a flash.
Yes.
And it is the LeFleur Chuck 70 digital camo.
Yes.
What do you think of these?
I like them, bro. I had a hard time picking between because there's 4 of these.
I think, is there 4 or 3? I think I only have 3.
Maybe the other one is like a friends and family.
Oh, maybe.
There's a blue, there's a pink, and then I think there's one more. I forgot.
There's a green. I didn't see the pink. That would be cool.
You didn't see the pink?
Oh, I saw one on StockX
like
actually, but I think it was a limited release.
It might be, yeah. And you know how they like to do like a special
Yeah.
friends, family, whatever. But I love Tyler as a designer. He's always his Golf LeFleur capsules collections are always funky, but like in a cool way.
Yeah.
It like perfectly resembles all that his music and his style has been throughout his career.
He's definitely found a niche for his clothing.
For his stuff, yeah,
that
exactly.
fits him and his fans like pretty darn well.
Yeah, and I mean they always sell out, like you were saying. A pretty penny. Also, they're not cheap.
These weren't too. I mean, for Chucks, they're still pretty expensive. These were retailed for $120. I think on StockX, I saw the buy now is. I don't think they have them yet since they just came out recently, but it's listed right now at 400. I think probably that'll settle down a little bit, closer to 200. But they. I mean, like you said, he does it really well, and he knows what his fans want. So this is right on the money.
Right on the money, yeah. And me and Julian were talking about this earlier, how his influences and his idol is Pharrell Williams, who was also the creative director, kind of took over for Virgil for Louis Vuitton. And he has since kind of stepped away, and Tyler, the creator, is now the artistic director for them, which is cool because now he's designing all this stuff. I just told you he had a $31,000 golf bag that DJ Khaled was showing off.
That's funny because they kind of had a little beef too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, a great collection. That pair is one of the ones I think I like.
I like this a little better. I didn't like the translucent kind of gum sole or midsole on the other one. I kind of like this more solid one. I like the fleur kind of hidden in there in the camo.
I did not notice that.
I didn't notice it at first glance,
bro.
Yeah. And I like those fat laces. Those are cool.
Fat laces on Puma suedes and Chucks, they go
They're
perfect.
different.
I also love the solid tongue on the top here on Chucks. It gives it to me like a fancier Chuck, almost like I don't know if you know what the Jack Parcells. It's the shape of a Chuck, but they have that front.
Okay.
I always love that type of design on a Chuck. So always killing it. The green pair, fire.
These are definitely the toned down version essentially because the camo is it actually it blends in with the rest of the body of the shoe
Yeah.
way more. So these would definitely be your more casual pair, which is a little different for Tyler. Usually his stuff stands out a little more than this. But
Yeah. As a huge Tyler fan, can you see yourself buying a pair eventually?
Not really. There's bits and pieces that I like of each one, but there's not one that puts it all together for me.
Like I need that.
Yeah. There's some. I told you there was a cool. He had like a pair of high tops. I think 1 or 2 years ago of just regular Chucks that you could kind of like customize with different little like Lafleur and Tyler stuff.
Yeah.
And those were cool, but they were really expensive. And a lot of his stuff, I feel like if I got one piece of like a Lafleur, any piece from Lafleur, I would almost need to get more to like match it.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't have anything in that style that I would like wear
Yeah.
regularly.
I mean, I would say like if you had this shoe, you can basic outfit looks cool.
Yeah, you could probably wear it with
the
a lot
shoes
of
are
stuff.
already crazy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like I would need something to tie it together, you know, and
Yeah.
I don't think I have that thing.
And I hear you.
So I
You-
probably wouldn't.
You can't have a busted outfit with a nice pair of shoes. I feel
Yeah.
the exact same way.
Can't be wearing my khaki shorts with.
That's the Statty Daddy calling
That
card,
is the
baby.
only thing I wear. I don't own other clothes.
You're gonna need those.
But yeah, those completely sold out. So if you are interested, check out resellers, probably StockX.
Goat and
Yeah.
all those reselling
They'll all
stores.
have them. That's for sure. Next up, a yet to be released pair
Yes.
coming out on Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
Or rumored to be coming out on Cinco
Our
de Mayo.
boy.
We can't do an episode without talking about him. PJ
Tucker.
Tuck Air
Tuck Air
89.
up tempo. I have a specific love for this shoe.
Yeah, this is the Airflight 89.
Airflight 89
These are nice.
low. They're great. My second pair of Nikes ever when I first moved to LA was a pair of these, but in
Crazy.
a white and like navy outline. So the white outline was navy and the whole shoe was white.
Nice.
I wore those to death. I felt I was so fresh because I was like, I'm wearing like some Nike basketball shoes. Never really owned a pair, so I felt great. So this model holds a special place in my heart. But also, shout out to PJ for finally getting kind of like his own shoe.
Yeah,
you know?
because this is not a model that you see. I since we've been doing this, I don't think they've like released the
Yeah.
Airflight 89 to my memory.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because I'm pretty sure 89 was when the Jordan 4 came out, and you can see some heavy
Oh, first
crossover
dude.
between these two.
Big time.
From the eyelet, the lacelet and then even the midsole there.
Oh, this for sure, and this right here kind of
Yeah.
is like okay, and and this.
But the twist on it though, I really like the perforation, and I like this piece kind of to merge the midsole and the eyelet there.
Yes, and through our research, we found that it might not be a mass release. It looks like it's going to be a special release.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker does have his own sneaker boutique in Houston, where
Yeah.
he lives, and keeps most of his shoes. The back of the shoe does have his new logo that
Which is a nice logo.
I think it's pretty dope. It says PJ17. It comes in a Samsonite briefcase.
Yes, I have a picture here.
So sick. And with his logo on the luggage tag. The meaning behind this is the gruesome schedule of the NBA players traveling all the time.
Well, and probably PJ in particular, because he's got to bring 100 pairs of shoes for a
Yes.
5-game road trip. I have to have my shoes for when I get off the plane. I have to
plane.
have my shoes when I arrive at the practice facility. Then I have to have my shoes for going out to dinner.
And shooting.
Then I have to have my shoot-around shoes. I have
Yes.
to have my tunnel shoes and my game shoes, first half and second half, and my post-game interview shoes.
I don't blame him.
That is probably, honestly, how many pairs he has for
Maybe-
like one trip.
Exaggerating just a little
Like only a small
bit. Just a
amount.
tiny smidge. But also cool because you got to give it to him. He wears his stuff.
He does wear
You know,
a bunch of shoes.
and though he's trying to stunt, it adds to the culture that I think a lot of people love because it's like, what is this dude wearing now?
And I think
You know
it
what
goes
mean?
back to like how we talked about when we first started this, that when Jordans in particular first started coming out, they were cool because Jordan played in them and was cool and was good. And obviously PJ is not at that level, but like to still have someone playing in shoes that you wouldn't normally see,
Yeah.
it's cool. You get exposed to them if you're an NBA fan.
Yep.
So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't see a rumored price for these yet.
Yeah.
And again, probably going to be a really small release, but I would have guessed with this case and everything, probably 200.
Good call. That's what the rumors are saying is that it's going to be a 200. I mean, it's a special. There's also a special box inside of the Samsonite luggage. So I mean, all
Yeah.
this stuff together, you're gonna have to
That
add a
adds
little
up.
price to that. Yeah. So,
The first pair was gifted to LeBron, which was
yes. So
kind of cool
cool
because he wore I feel like a similarly colored pair of those LeBron prototypes or
Yeah.
samples that even LeBron never saw.
yeah.
And that was
Crazy.
recently. That was a few weeks
So
ago.
crazy, yeah.
That guy. He's
That guy-
got stuff in the vault that even the people the shoes were designed for have never seen.
Serious, and and his connections to these people that he knows that has these, the biggest shoe heads in the world do not have those connections for sure.
Crazy.
So, shout out our boy PJ.
Shout out PJ. And these are a pretty shoe. I love the color choice.
Oh, it's great.
It's so cool.
I'm a sucker for the baby blue, man.
Yes.
You know.
Last up here, we've got our more utilitarian shoe.
Yes.
You can use these anywhere. You don't have to stunt on it. You can, but you don't have to. The Hidden NY Asics collab on the Gel NY.
NYC. Do you? My favorite part of the shoe is kind of like almost like an 8-bit.
So
Right?
I pulled this image up from the Asics website.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really low quality at first because I saw that. I'm like, oh, I guess I pulled up a bad photo. So I
It's
was
not
looking for
4K.
other ones, and then I found another one of like someone holding it. I'm like, oh no, that's just
They look like
how
that.
it is.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool though.
They're great. This model has always been a really, really nice model to me. Asics has been one of the top comfortable performance running, walking shoe company for a long, long time. Shout out to our boy Aaron because he is the number 1 fan of this brand, Hidden
us on,
NY.
yep.
This guy, British.
He's British.
He is British.
Oh,
That's where my
White.
accent stops.
good.
But had a quick rise into fame because of all the celebrities who kind of took a liking into their clothing and how they brought up their own company and on social media and how like his creativity and everything. Not only for Drake messaging him and say, oh, props to your creative process and I love your clothing. Drake wore their shoes. Like they don't do just Asics. They've had different types of collaborations. So all these rappers, artists, kind of co-signed off of him, and kind of cool that no one really knows who he is, But the brand is really famous now. So
Well, now Hidden NY, you get the Sneaks and Stats sign off. So
that's right.
I think you made it.
Now you're really gonna blow up.
Wow, just wait.
Just. But shout out to the Hidden NY team over there because I also like a lot of their stuff.
These came out late March for $200, or no, I think
180.
$180. But now they're on StockX now for around $200, so not too terrible. And obviously, Asics are gonna be comfy.
And also very fitting for what is in right now.
Yes.
That whole running shoe look, dad running shoe look, perfect.
Popping off. Everyone wants to be a dad.
It is jumping.
Ah, yes, it is off the chain. There's no chain to be seen. Well, that's it for new releases, though, which means
It's time.
we're skipping Heat on Feet once again.
It is time.
Choose your fighter,
Your fighter.
your shoe fighter.
And we had a hard time last time making some picks. We are now down to
The Elite Eight, baby.
the Elite 8.
And it's only going to get more difficult.
We're gonna break some hearts.
Let's pull up our updated bracket here from last time.
Oh, so cool! Look at it.
It's looking good. It's satisfying to get closer and closer. Something I noticed while I was putting this together, the Georgetown Terminator and the airship have both made it. They faced each other in their original Copper Drop.
That's right.
And also the Kobe's, of course, faced each other in their original Copper Drop. So we've got some like losers finding new life.
That's right.
In this
That's
Copper
right.
Drop tournament. So
I've also looking back, I flip flopped on a lot of my decisions, but it was according to the tournament. So I'm not that I love all shoes. I'm
Fake
not just
fan.
I'm not being a faker. Okay,
his name's not even EJ.
just
How
wait
fake
till you
this guy
know
is. His name's Bob.
my identity.
Batman. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Should we get into this?
Let's start.
Should we get it popping?
Yeah,
Should we pop off?
let's yeah.
Okay, first up,
Okay,
casual killers right
the
here.
casual killer.
Although the corduroy dunk is not really casual. That's a fancy shoe.
Cinderella story over here.
Ooh.
Like who? Remember we've been saying who knew he was gonna make? They were gonna make it that far.
Me.
In this case, wow, the battle of history versus
Old school versus new
new
school.
school.
You know what I mean?
Wiggy was there.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go with the corduroy dunk.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. We've talked about it every time we've done this, but they've been really like growing on me the more
Yep.
we do this.
Yep.
Just the cool materials, like the fact that you can really dress them up. I would say
Yeah.
it's super dope. And even though the Superstar is such a cool silhouette, there's just something about those corduroy dunks.
That is a solidified classic. It
Yeah.
will forever be one of the best ever. Obviously, one of Adidas' strongest silhouettes of all time.
Yes.
Not just Adidas, but for all shoes. But between these two specific pairs, it's got to be the dunk. for me.
Yes. Yeah. I would agree. Okay, we've been
Down
pretty
goes
consistent.
Frazier again.
Again.
Yes.
He keeps going down. I don't get it.
You can't. Yeah.
Just get up.
Retire.
Okay, corduroy dunk.
Yeah.
Once again.
Sorry, superstar.
Oof. Maybe corduroy dunk will win it all.
Maybe. We'll see.
Next up, I really
Ooh.
hate this one.
I really hate this one too, just because.
Kobe 6 reverse Grinch.
And
AE1.
he also just dropped the low.
How did you feel about that? I kind of wanted to ask.
I'm a low guy, so but it doesn't really have too much of a difference.
No, that was the thing. I'm like, I can't really tell that these are a low, which I guess is kind of good because I do like the look of these. But yeah, I couldn't really tell that it's a low.
Yeah, they
feel
knocked
like if
off a couple inches. It seems like.
Yeah, if I had to
know?
pick one, I would to play, and I'd probably go with the high top.
I would too for the
but
protection.
It's cool. I don't know. Maybe like you said, maybe you can integrate a low into a more casual
Yeah.
setting, but this model in particular, I don't feel like would fare well just roaming around the streets.
No.
But you
No.
don't know.
Yeah, it's
Someone can pull it off.
that is definitely a shoe that's gonna stay on the court.
Maybe I could see the black and white pair
Maybe
that they
yeah.
released. Maybe.
Like you know how we said you gotta wear it with like an athletic outfit, maybe
Yeah. Tracksuit.
like a tracksuit or like a tech fleece.
Yeah.
You know.
Adidas tracksuit.
Yeah. And go breakdancing after.
Yes.
But
With my Kangol hat.
I mean, bro, you know, do I even need to say anything really? It's got to be the Kobe for me. He'll have his day, and he's actually having it right now.
He's having it
in the playoffs
Right now.
right now
Look
at
at
this
that.
moment. Yeah, it's got to be the Kobe for me.
It's tough, man. This is honestly super tough for me because I really like the AE1.
I do too. I really like it too, and they keep coming out with crazy colors.
Yeah.
You know?
Like we've talked about before with this shoe, the color blocking is just so simple, but you can do so many cool things with it. It's really
The shape, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will agree. Gotta be the reverse Grinch. They're
I mean,
just such a special pair. Yeah.
Can't-
Perfectly executed.
yes. Also, a maybe a favorite.
I would say there's some favoritism there.
Yeah. Favorites to win.
Okay.
Whew.
Kobe reverse Grinch.
It's tough.
Moving along.
Yes.
Final four. Next up,
Oh, oh my god. Okay, this might be a little tougher for you, I feel like. You know what I mean?
yeah. Because I've been seeing a lot. I mean, we talked about before last year, actually, around this time when we did our playoff episode, we talked about how the Kobe 6 is one of the most worn shoes in the NBA.
Yeah.
And you see the Grinches in particular a lot. I think,
At least once a game.
what's his name on the Nuggets? Christian Brown.
Brown, he loves those.
He only pretty much wears the Grinch or the reverse. I think he wore the reverse Grinch in the last game, but he wears the Grinch often. So
Yes.
he pretty much exclusively wears those. So you see a lot of those if you're a Nuggets fan. And I think they've grown on me too, to where I think I picked the reverse Grinch when we did the first head-to-head. But I would, if we did that head-to-head again, I might pick the regular ones.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
so fire.
And the green is like the first one, right? Like
Yeah,
the reverse
yeah,
came
exactly.
out later.
Yeah,
later.
exactly.
How are you gonna break the Terminator's heart?
I think I will.
Yeah.
It's really tough because I love the Georgetown Terminator.
Georgetown colorway, bro, is like up there.
It's
It's hard to beat that blue and gray.
They had the lows come back in stock.
Here we go again.
Yeah, I know.
If you're following this story, guys,
They came back in stock, I think last time we filmed, and I was deciding between these and them, and I ended up going with these because
the card worked.
one of them did. One of them I still
Okay.
have to figure out what's going on with it.
Okay.
But I had another one, so, luckily, so I
Okay.
just used that. And so I got these because by the time I figured out the gift card situation, the Georgetown lows were out of stock. They came back again when I was just happened to check my phone, and I kind of was like, oh, maybe I'll look into that later. Totally forgot, and then I checked yesterday, almost completely out of stock in all sizes again. I was like,
So they're
teasing me.
There's a market though, bro.
they're teasing me.
You know
I
what I
guess
mean?
so, yeah.
Because a shoe wouldn't be selling out like that if they keep bringing them out. So that just means people are looking for them.
I guess, yeah.
Maybe
I'm
because
an influencer.
I said maybe you brought that out. You know?
Where are you going with?
People are gonna be like, "Oh, you're a Kobe stan, bro," and I am.
I was gonna say, well,
And
yeah.
I am. But this is just as tough because I'm a shoe guy. Like I love all shoes.
You?
Terminators are,
Sugar?
yeah, heels.
I
but
just love high heels, dude. Prada.
But I gotta go with the Kobe, man. No disrespect to the Termies, they are just like the Superstar, forever classic. You know, but I gotta go with the Cobes.
Maybe I'm gonna edit this to have them fade away like in Avengers.
Mr. Stark.
I don't feel so good. All right, Kobe's. We got two
Ouch.
pairs of Kobe's moving along.
Yeah,
so
man. Uh-oh.
Maybe
One of them-
could have a Kobe head to head.
That's right.
I don't know. That'd be kind of funny if we did. We've already done that. Copy job. All right. Goodbye, Terminators.
We did have that, but then now it's against all the other competition.
There is
you know?
some heat left.
And the next tournament we won't have these shoes in it. Maybe
No.
just the champion. You know.
Last of the final four. This is the last one.
You know what? This is probably the toughest out of all of them
You think so?
for me.
I think the last one was the toughest for me.
For you, that was for sure.
Dusty Olive Dunk up against the OG Airship.
Air Shippy. Oh boy, that is tough.
We got Suede versus Suede here.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to pick the ship just because we have another dunk already. I will go with history this time and go with the ship.
I'm also going to pick the ship in this
Yeah.
particular instance. If this was the corduroy dunk, I still would have picked the corduroy dunk.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know. The Dusty Olive has never really done it for me.
Yeah.
And the Airship, it's simple, but I think there's a lot of cool history there, and it's a silhouette you don't see a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that. So I'll pick the Airship as well.
The-
And there's just little things like the cream sole. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of cool stuff with the Airship.
You know what it is for me? It's the fact that Jordan wore this before,
Yeah.
before his stuff was really
the
popping
in
off.
between, yeah. It's very
kind of
cool.
like it's kind of like this is the shoe before the shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is enough for me to, I think, okay.
yeah, there's
you'll
some
move
very
on.
cool history behind the airship that even people that enjoy it might not know.
Yes.
You know?
And this is like the latest, the fourth edition of the Ugly Duckling series, with the veneers, like you said, coming out. Those have released a couple times too.
Yes, yeah.
I love those too. I love that the combo of colors. It's gotta be the shit.
Yeah. All right. That means the final four is settled.
Ooh, the final quattro.
The Cinco de Cuatro. Anyways,
A
final four time.
final four.
We're just gonna finish this out right now. So stay tuned for the winner because it's finally coming.
Also,
We're here.
Also, this final four kind of resembles what me and Jin really like in shoes.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
It's almost like we did it. It's kind of like that.
You know? Kobe versus Kobe.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
First up, corduroy versus reverse Grinch.
You know? Dang. Okay. I made my decision.
I think I had made when I was making this image. I think I made.
You made it.
I think I did. I was
you
looking
got
at
to
it.
look at it.
I got
Yeah.
to look at it a little bit, and I'm like, oh.
And I'm going to pick after this break.
The lights. Let's go. Ryan,
Riot, come out.
Mr. Seacrest,
Yeah.
lead us in.
A surprise to everybody. Going with
Adidas Superstar.
LaMelo Puma.
Write and vote.
Corduroy Dunk.
I am also picking the corduroy dunk.
Yeah,
because
you-
it's
The material. To me, it's the material.
the material and the fact that I could probably wear it more.
That's for sure.
You know what I was thinking looking at this? What do you think if you did the navy blue laces?
Oh.
That might be.
Oh.
I mean, the
boy.
cream or the white that's on there is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
But
It's not a regular lace. It's a little fatter.
yeah, almost any of the colors on here, if you put that like the brown on the lace too.
I was just gonna say, that brown would be
Ooh,
wild.
corduroy dunk, man.
Who'da
Who'da thunk?
Cinderella,
Did you
baby.
thunk about the dunk?
Does it?
It's not the skunk.
It's got some spunk. Comment below. I know a lot of you guys like this shoe as well.
Let us know if we're making the right call here.
Yeah, because
I think so.
Because I know that this. I mean, this is it's a heavy hitter, bro.
It's one of I think the most highly anticipated shoe releases
Ever.
of the last few years.
Yes.
At the very least.
Yes. Wow. Corduroy
Crazy.
Dunk making it to the final.
All right. Last of the final four. Mm-hmm. Airship versus original Grinch. And I also know my pick.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with. That suede on that ship looking crazy, looking extra crispy. I'm gonna have to go with the Grinch here.
I'm also gonna go with the Grinch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Grinch.
Like I said earlier, I think it's the more I look at it, the more I like it even better than the reverse Grinch.
Yeah.
Even though the reverse Grinch is crazy, but
Yeah.
this is just
And out of Kobe's whole repertoire of shoes, this is easily top
maybe
three.
the most iconic shoe
Yeah.
of his.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, it's just there's so many cool things about it. So well executed. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
And yeah, I mean, kind of versatile too. You can wear it not on the basketball court. A lot of people wear it to swag out too. So
Yeah.
it came down to me to the history of our guy Kobe, man.
And I mean, even though the airship is really cool and there's a lot of well-designed parts of it,
Yeah.
I think a lot of what was good about the airship was improved upon with the Jordan 1. And I just think the Kobe 6 and especially the Grinch is such a well-designed shoe. that,
Yes.
to me, even just the design form of it
Yeah.
helps a lot.
That's a good point you brought up because the ship walked so that the Jordan 1 can run.
Yeah, and that's what I think makes it really cool is that you can see bits and pieces of the Jordan 1, but I would still say, generally speaking,
Yes.
there's like it's not the best designed Nike shoe, even though there's a lot of very cool stuff.
And that's not disrespect to the shoe.
Yeah,
At all. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. What a crazy final we got. Finale.
Until next time, next year probably.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Great. It was a wonderful tournament, bro.
Very fun. Hopefully next year we can fit it all into March. Let's just do every copper drop. We'll do 120 shoes next year.
They're adding teams to the college football playoffs, so might as well add shoes to ours.
Yeah, we can do it too.
But a huge shout out to all the shoes we used and the people that wear them.
Shout out Cope.
Shout out Code.
Shout out Christian Brown.
Christian Brown. And
Here we go.
here we go.
Nike Dunk Corduroy up against the Kobe 6 Grinch.
OG Grinch. Dang. I mean, could they both win? Easily.
It's really tough. It's really tough.
It's really, really, really tough. I am going to go, and this is my final decision, Kobe Grinch.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I think this decision between me and you doesn't necessarily have to be the same, right?
And I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is really tough for me.
I think I would I obviously respect any of your answers, but I do not blame you if you choose that guy.
I think at the end of the day, I have to pick the Grinch as well.
Yeah.
I think it's the winner.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
really tough.
Yeah.
I just think, like I said, everything I just said before about the design of it, and particularly with the Grinch. I mean, the Kobe 6 is a really nice, like, basketball shoe, very well designed, completely different style than the Dunk. Yeah, it's just so well designed in every aspect. And even though this corduroy Dunk is also incredibly, very well thought out,
Yeah.
a lot of love put into it. I don't know, the Kobe.
It's the one.
It's the one.
It is like the snake skin, the colorway, the shape of the shoe, the history of the shoe, obviously the guy who wore it.
Yeah, its impact today,
Impact
as
today.
we talked about.
It's not even just the Grinch. Like the 6 is worn
Yes.
in every game.
Yes.
And then you know how much we love the Dunk. So
Yeah. Completely different spheres of shoe too.
Yes.
So pretty interesting that we ended
Yes.
up with that. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's how we'll do 2 brackets next year. We'll do performance shoe and
that's maybe how we
casual
can break
shoe,
it down.
yeah.
That's cool. Also, this one might be more attainable right now.
definitely more
Way
attainable.
cheaper.
Yes.
Because this is a pretty penny right now,
Yeah.
even till this day. So even though this guy won, this might be the one that joins the collection first.
True, certainly has a
Right.
better chance, I would say.
Yeah.
But let us know, guys. Make sure to comment down below and let us know.
Yeah.
Did we get this right? Did we get this wrong?
I already know a lot of you guys will have different winners and stuff like that, but we want to hear it. So please
Yeah, let
comment
us know
below.
what your winner would have been in this tournament. I'll put up an image of the full bracket once again so you guys can see all the shoes. Yeah, let us know which one didn't make it as far as it should have, which was your winner. And let us know for next week when we get back into our regular copper drop, which pairs we should do.
Yeah. Wait, this just in. Reverse Grinch is throwing a tantrum backstage. Will not meet with media. Yeah.
You hate to see that.
Yeah. You hate to see one of the greats just be, act up like
Total
that.
diva.
But yeah, thank you guys. That was great. Thank you for
Yes,
for
very fun.
putting that together. That was super fun. That was how organic that came together too. Remember, we were just like,
That's such a funny clip.
that was really fun. Yeah.
I'll post that at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
That clip is an all-timer.
One of the coolest things we've done. On
Yeah,
this,
I was
on
very
this
excited to do
podcast.
this. I wish it went a little smoother, but next year it will. We're going to iron this out.
It
and
was great.
We'll get it done. So stick around.
Yeah.
But thank you for copying and dropping tournament style with us this past month or so.
Yeah. Thank you for sticking around and finishing it with us.
I think we mentioned it. We've hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, which was a cool milestone for us. So
Thank you very much.
Thank you to
We
everyone who
love-
subscribed.
Yeah, and everyone who's followed us on social media as well.
Yeah.
It's been honestly, it's been a year now.
It's been
This month.
a full-fledged year, I think, since our first episode came
Yeah.
out. A year and a few weeks, I think. So
Yes.
We're deep in it.
Yeah, we're very grateful for
Yes.
everything that's happened to us in our lives and with the podcast.
That is correct.
But we are back.
Back like we never left.
What other last things could we say? Shohei Ohtani is going crazy in baseball.
Presently,
He
at
is,
the moment.
Yes, he is on fire again, but this time in a Dodger uniform.
It's going to be so cool to see the Dodgers lose in the first round of the playoffs.
How dare you? And the NFL draft
Also underway.
will have been done, and I hope your team got the players that you wanted.
But not as many players as our teams wanted.
Yeah, his Raiders got an amazing guy, Brock Bowers, who's an amazing tight end, and we just drafted a wide receiver and O-lineman who I'm very happy with. On the Chargers, that's right.
Yes.
So,
Raiders are going to be poo-poo, but that's okay.
They need a quarterback.
Their defense will be good.
need a quarterback,
Max
bro.
Crosby, baby.
Crosby, and you guys got Christian Wilkinson, who is insane as well.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
The Statty Daddy and Sneaker Peter are back. Be prepared for some foolish, funny
Some
stuff.
tomfoolery. Keep your Mondays clear.
That's right. And thank you again for watching. We will see you next week on the Flippity Floppity.
Did you see? I don't think I sent it to the group. Thailand beat Kuwait, I think, in the World Series of Hockey or something. 56-0 in hockey.
Imagine being that goalie.
Dude, and I don't know if this is real or not, but I saw it on Bleacher Report, and then their hockey account commented he was named player of the game, the Kuwait goalie. I'm like, is that like a pity? Like, they had like 112 shots on goal or something.
They made half.
I was like, I don't
Ouch,
follow
dude.
hockey, but that
It's
I
not
know
good.
is not good.